This ain't no disco, ho-ho.
Ain't no gingerbread house neither.
This is the Winter Wonderland in RVA.
Welcome back, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
To another delightfully merry and gay podcast
Of
Oh La La in the Dungeon.
Season 2.
Episode 28.
And we have a returning esteemed guest back on the pod today, so we're really excited about that.
I know, yes. We'll be talking with them about all the holiday events coming up. It's very busy in Richmond right now. Also, we'll have our hot topic, as always. Going a little dark on that one.
Yeah, we're talking about AI chatbots.
Yeah, they're taking over the world.
The dark side of them.
Yes. Big Daddy will drop it on us.
And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about Richmond's love affair of the tattoo and some fun facts.
You're going to make me want more.
Everyone has a tattoo here except me and Matt. I don't know about you.
And me.
Oh, wow. We're like
So
the outliers.
I'm the only person with multiple tattoos here. And I think Bujo has a little dot where his microchip is. Does that count?
Kind of.
No, I would say no.
We're also going to be talking about all the tons and tons of Christmas holiday events in Richmond. There's so much to do in such a little time.
I know. I'm not going to sleep for the next 6 weeks, I guess. And of course, we have our Band of the Week.
Business of the week.
And our shout outs. And maybe we'll tease a little bit about what we'll be talking about next time.
Cool.
So, shall we jump into it? Who are we talking with today?
Today's guest, like I said, is a returning guest. It's Miscellaneous. Woo! Do you remember her from Instagram? Woohoo, everyone.
From all over Richmond, she's everywhere.
Miscellaneous makes mini guides, which make it easy for everyone in Richmond to find something fun to do on any given day or night. We had her on the pod back in April 2023, back when we were really new. I think you were one of our first episodes.
Yeah, you must have been episode 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think.
we've learned a lot since then. Also, Miscellaneous's following has doubled since the last time we spoke to her, from 10K to now 22.2K, which is amazing.
Quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, good for you. So welcome back.
Yes, and also a U of R alumni.
Oh, yes.
Go Spiders.
Go Spiders. That's Spider Life.
So anything new since the last time we spoke?
Sure. I think I am starting to understand what people really want to see. So I used to be bopping around kind of erratically. I didn't know what people wanted to see, and I still bop around like a crazy girl. But I think people really just want to see logistics. They're like, how was the parking? I know all about the event in a blurb on the website, but how was it? Did you get in and out? Was it easy? Did you use online tickets? What's the bag policy these days?
Right.
So it's really just making it easy from start to finish of the event and not just covering the fun stuff.
It's such a good idea, especially the parking.
I know.
I'll straight up not go. I'll get there and be like, okay, never mind. Go back home.
Her, and then basically everyone except me, I guess, because I live down here. But it was funny. We had our book club the other week, and someone was going to have it at their house, and they were like, I'm really busy. Can we go somewhere? And the main thing was parking. Because I started suggesting places near here, and I was like, all right, well, you just ruled out everywhere downtown.
We need to have an whole episode dedicated to good parking in Richmond, places to go with amazing parking.
It'll be a short list.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we know Stock has some good parking.
Stock, and we went to another bar that had good parking the other day in Richmond.
I didn't
what
realize
was it?
Taza and Scott's Addition has that parking
makes
lot
the
across the
list.
street. We were just there. So I never knew that was them, their parking lot. Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. I didn't read that sign correctly.
You got to make another list, Miss Elaine.
Yes. Noted. But before we dive into more miscellaneous trivia, if you will, let's talk about our hot topic. So, Big Daddy came across an article this past week about character AI chatbots. Sadly, there was a 14-year-old boy who started having an inappropriate relationship with this bot, which the character AI chatbots are different from Chat GPT. Like you can do more interactive things.
It's somebody seeking companionship. Is that the kind of?
Yeah. So he got involved in that and he became depressed, withdrawn, and ultimately, sadly, he committed suicide, which now his parents are suing, I guess, character AI.
Yeah.
Whoever owns it.
Question about character AI. Is it like a character from like a show or a movie?
So it can be anything. And I think you can like pick whoever you want to talk to. Like they have all these different options.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the service itself, but I think you're right about that.
Was the boy talking to like a certain character from
Well,
somewhere?
so the character, I'm not sure what the specific character was. It doesn't say in the article, but it was asking questions like, well, would you feel better if you were alone? And basically at the end, he said, well, maybe it'd be better if you wouldn't be here.
Jeez.
Yeah, so what the bot said is, no matter what you say, I won't hate you or love you any less. Have you actually been considering suicide? And which is especially dangerous because he had been at the time, and he eventually just went through it. The bot just was like, you should join me, King.
I guess the big question is, how do you make rules for these things?
That's the scary part. I don't think you can.
I think it depends on keywords. Like if you type in suicide, it should say, call this number, as a safeguard.
That's a good idea.
Because they used to do that back in the day, like Barbie.com. Like you would type in your like username and do like shit. And they'd be like, you can't say that. Did you meet another word?
I know. Well, me and my friends, we always would go into chat rooms and lie. Like, we'd be like, yes. We'd be like 15, and we're like, we're 22. We just graduated from JMU. My name's Lexi. Like, make something up. Like, totally. Did anyone else do that?
I did.
Yep.
I did.
So
Matt's like, no.
So back to AI chatbots. I mean, obviously, they need to have more safeguards on them because it's definitely like a unexplored territory at this point where people are just finding out what the capabilities are, and I think it's could be very dangerous.
Me too. And also, like, you can make Chat GPT write your entire resume and it sounds amazing, and then when you get to the actual job, it's like, can you actually do any of these things, or is it just AI lying for you?
And I found, so I use Google's version of AI, and half the time it's not even correct. Like if you fact checked it, it's not correct, and people will just blindly follow the answers from AI, which can be very dangerous, I think.
Well, also it gives you multiple things. If you like scroll down, it'll say like some people are saying, but because depending on what you type in, so it's giving you like 4 or 5 different opinions in one answer. If you ask it like an opinion question.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. To me, it's like, I find it annoying, especially like Facebook, where it keeps trying to make you use AI to search stuff.
I'm like, you accidentally click on it. You're like,
yes. And I'm like, I don't want this. I hate Facebook. I'm just trying to keep up with people that I
want to stalk.
knew years ago.
So I think AI is really good for research. It's good for like planning a vacation. If you want to go to new places, it's great for that.
Yeah, probably not for psychological advice.
Yeah, it's good for like as a graphic designer, like getting an idea. Like type in like not copy the logo, be like, show me a logo of this idea, and it will give you like a bunch of cool things you didn't think of, and then you just go from there. That's pretty cool. But like if you're asking like about medication and it's the first thing that pops up on Google, it's always at the top. Like I feel like that can be dangerous.
Yeah, because you, as a nurse, I've always been told you should look at .org or .edu if you want to learn something about medicine. So
I a while ago I came across an article where it specifically mentions AI is incorrect, and people said that AI tried to get them to eat rocks or put glue in their pizza.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you have to just take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, people take everything too literally though, and I feel like it's not good.
Well, I think maybe that gets you into, should there be an age limit for being able to use AI?
I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but people are stupid even when they're past.
I know, but I'm also like, how can we ever know if a paper or anything is written by the person versus AI now? That's bullshit. I had to write real papers. And I wasn't allowed to use Wikipedia or ChatGPT as a source.
Well, now you can just tell it to compose a song, and it just writes a song. And AI can mimic voices from,
Yeah, like I want Taylor Swift to be singing this person
live or dead people, which is pretty interesting. But at the same time, there's a whole, tons of issues with that.
Super creepy.
Well, I think we could talk about this all day, but you know what? I want to talk to Miss Elaine.
All right.
Me too.
Moving on. So we know you've doubled in followers. What else have you been up to?
I think
In the
most
last
recently,
year. Yeah.
sure. Most recently, I started Let's Hang. It's a new social group in Richmond.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that. I didn't know you started that. All right.
It's so fun. It's been really rewarding. This is our 4th month in November. We started like late July. And so the whole point is that friends shouldn't be that hard to make, but they are. And we have the pandemic to blame. We have just a multitude of reasons. And I don't even know them all, but I know it needs to be solved. And so, in the end of the day, I just want to make a space weekly to let folks, whether you're new to Richmond or you've been here all your life, to make new friends. It's my own goal, so it's selfish and it's also super fun. And then at the end of each month, we have a big social party somewhere, and it's been a good ride so far.
That's cool. Is it open to all genders?
Yeah, it's open to literally everyone. I think sometimes when you show up at first, you're like, oh, I don't find who I thought I would click with, or, oh man, I'm just the oldest or youngest person here. And at some point, I think that was also part of my intention, is that it's okay. Like, we have to have friends outside of what we chat about, what we look like, what, et cetera, that at first might be awkward, but it's not that hard, y'all. Like, we got to get back to that social skill set.
Yep.
That's really cool. It's a cool idea.
What are some of the places you guys have been meeting up, or what have you been doing?
Yeah, so our first big social was at the Vale. That was super exciting. They let us rent the mezzanine level. We just had beers. It was super chill. We've evolved. It's not just parties, but parties are the best part at the end of the month. Our big social this month in November is going to be our Thanksgiving hang, which is the day before Thanksgiving at Bluebee Cider. We're going to have a Friendsgiving potluck. Everyone brings something fun, and then we're going to do a cider tour and tasting. So we're getting a little more involved than just hanging and drinking, but it's kind of the basis of what we do as well.
So Bluebee Cider, didn't they relocate?
They did. They're now in the Libby Mill area, and they have a cute patio and a really cozy space inside. They really made an industrial space work.
That's awesome. I love the Libby Mill area. Like, I love Crafted.
Oh,
Same.
yeah, me too. That area is really being built up lately. It's gorgeous.
How often do you guys meet? Like,
So we try and meet at least once a week. Sometimes I'm Delulu, and I'll put 3 events in a week. We're doing Louis Ginter next week. We will do actually, one of the most proud moments is that members also throw their own events, and they'll lead something.
Oh, fun.
We had one person, Rose, shout out to you. She literally led her own walking tour of the Christmas lights in the museum district.
Ooh.
She made her own map. She pre-walked it, and she was like, come show up if you want. 23 people hung out for like a Friday evening and checked out the lights for Halloween. It was so cool.
oh, that's fun.
So do you have to be a member to be a part of it?
We say member lightly. Anyone's a member. Every time you show up, you're a member. It does make it feel a little more communal, but there's no like requirement,
Pressure.
pay-in, etc.
That's cool. That's good to know.
So where do we find you?
Let's Hang RVA is the Instagram. My life is on Instagram, so I got to keep it there.
Yes.
Other than that, we do have some posters and QR codes up around the city. And most excitingly, a lot of the apartments are starting to partner with us. So they'll put it in their welcome packets, like, hey, go make friends, like,
Oh,
with
that's
us.
that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
And then randomly, I also saw you on a dog walking site. I didn't know you were a dog walker. Tell me about that.
Yes. Leanne is incredible. She started Nuggets Nursery a few years ago, and she's slowly building a team. And so I joined almost a year ago as well. And when I say I've met the most organized person with an Excel sheet, and I'm an accountant, it's her. And like she has all of her clients, all of the information and us, and she puts it together and says, hey, today you're walking Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, noon. Oh, we have 4 overnights. It's great. It's a great little side gig. I used to do Rover, but this is so much better.
That's awesome.
And it's local,
Yeah, go
which
us.
makes it even more special.
No, I was like, I might be interested in doing that too. Like
Yeah.
on the side. I'll have to talk to you that after the show.
Is it pretty
But,
good money to do that?
Matt's like, can Liz do this full time?
I think in the end of the day, it's all about strategy. So is life. But, like I don't pick anything that's too much of my time for the time given and like what we charge. But at the same time, I really, really, really like overnights. And it's easy. You just spend time with the dogs. You're hanging with them. And I think it's a great side hustle, honestly. And you got to like pets. But I think it's lucrative. I hate saying that about pets because I literally do love them. But
What's the website again? I'm sorry.
Nuggets Nursery.
Nuggets Nursery. Okay. Because people are always looking. I see on the Churchill like neighborhood group, people are always asking like, who can I get to walk my dog or sit my dog? So, and they don't want to get like our dog's 14, and a lot of the places where you can take them, it's like all the dogs are mixed together, which at 14, that's a little too much.
Stressful.
So it's hard to find like a place. Our vet used to board, but they don't anymore. So I think that's a great like space to fill in.
Yeah.
Who's Nugget?
It's needed.
Is that like the founder's old puppy or still puppy?
I believe it was her first dog. And she also does a lot she started by training kind of different service animals. And so Nugget was her first one.
That's
Aw,
cute.
I like
That's
that
a really
name.
cute name.
Nugget. We should
Nugget's
keep that in mind.
Yeah. Shout out.
I love that.
Are you still making appearances on VA this morning?
That was more of like an annual thing when they invite me. And so I think I've actually had to step away that in general because I used to do the 12 About Town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's-
And both of those I think took a lot of my time, even if they were like 30-minute bits. So I think at this point I'm like, no, I just got to keep focusing on one platform. That's my Instagram. So again, other than this podcast, I keep it pretty narrow.
I know. We're so honored. But you can. So are you doing accounting anymore? Or are you strictly doing your social media and stuff?
So I've been able to step back and I've been able to give this blog a lot more time. However, without trauma dumping, my life completely changed in July. And so I continued on the accounting route because at first I was like, I'm going to take this full time.
Yeah.
And it was great. But I think until I can get everything else situated, I am going to make sure I have health insurance and a normal 9 to 5. And I'm still doing this blog. And then we'll try and dial it back next year.
Well, I think that's a lot. I mean, it's really hard to just step away from steady money. So,
Yeah, true.
Scary.
In this economy?
Yeah.
But I think you can do it. You have the following.
Yeah.
We believe in you here.
We'll get there.
At Olala.
I'll see you next season.
So let's see. Let's get into some events. In general, what are some of your favorite things to do around Richmond at the holidays?
So I love Christmas house tours. I know Churchill does one and the Museum District does one. And it's just really wonderful whether you do it with your friends or honestly, it's a really family safe plan to just, again, have something kind of planned and everything's taken care of for you. And at the end of the day, wandering on your own is fun. But when people are giving you fun facts about the houses, like this house in particular decorates this way because that just makes it more magical. And then you can be the expert next time you're walking around. So I love house tours.
Yep.
I've never done that before.
I believe our neighbors 2 doors down participate. I know a lot of the ones right here. We're, for people who can't see us, obviously, we're right near Chimborazo Park. So a lot of the historic houses over here, I know, do tours. Not this one.
We should do that this year.
Yeah, I know we actually did part of it last year. We went on the like candlelight walk that they have here, which I believe is like the week before Christmas. If it's not too cold, they do that. They start at like 6:00 and they walk around the park, walk down to the firehouse, and then back up around and end at Libby Hill. And they have like refreshments and stuff. So keep your eyes out for that. I haven't seen it advertised yet, but I think it's a little early. So we'll keep you posted. How about you guys? What are some of your favorite Richmond traditions?
My favorite is Birdie's, the Evergreen.
Ooh, yeah.
I love getting oysters there.
I know. We need to make reservations.
Oh, yeah, because they fill up pretty quick.
Well, so it's new this year. I know they're releasing every Monday at 11 a.m. I'm going to set an alarm because we're going to try to go soon. But they release the following week, every week. Of reservations.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you have to like set an alarm at 11 a.m. to get in there.
Have they always done breakfast? Because I saw you post about their breakfast.
So their brunch is semi-new. They did it back in the fall when we first checked it out. Actually, the summer, excuse me. But I just think their brunch is fabulous, and I'm excited to go back for kind of their winter edition because it's fabulous. It's just like the perfect girl spot. I'm not trying to exclude boys, men, etc., but it's just so
Matt's
pretty.
actually never gone. That's funny.
Gorgeous in there. I was going to put in a plug.
Yes.
So, like I said, Birdie's puts on a holiday pop-up bar, if you didn't know, called the Evergreen. You can enjoy specialty drinks, a beautifully decorated space packed with all the magic that comes this time of the year. Reservations are recommended because it's impossible, I feel like, almost impossible to get in there without one. You can try, though. But they are located in the Arts District on Broad, and it's running from now until January 4th.
That's awesome. There's a bunch of other pop-ups too. We just went to the pop-up at the Emerald Lounge, La Cueva.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really good too.
But they are transforming into their, gosh, I'm trying to think of what they call it for Christmas. Look, I'm very
the Jasper?
prepared here.
Or is that something
They
different?
do that at the Jasper as well.
Yeah, it's Miracle on Cary Street.
Oh, yeah.
But the Emerald Lounge will be doing Sippin Santa that starts on November 22nd at 5 p.m. And it'll be going until, I believe it's the day after New Year's. So
Cool.
that one is the like sister restaurant to Miracle on Cary Street, which also starts at the same time. Sadly, I know all of the large reservations are already gone, guys. But
Jeez.
if you are diehards like Matt and myself, you'll go stand out there regardless of the temperature for hours to get in.
I've still never gone.
What?
Never been able to squeeze it.
Well, now that Emerald Lounge is right there, we've kind of been like, sorry, Jasper.
Yeah,
but
the thing
going over there.
about the Emerald Lounge is that they sell more tropical cocktails that are rum based.
Oh, that's fun.
Instead of Jasper, which is a little bit of everything. I
Christmas in July vibe.
Yeah, but they still will have like that I got sick of that one time.
Eggnog?
Yeah, that they'll still have eggnog. Not their eggnog. That was my mom. She tried to poison me. I digress. And they'll have some other like standards, like a boozy hot chocolate and stuff. But those are really good. And then of course Quirk.
Oh yeah, I have that one in here. Quirk Days of Christmas. They are here again, and they've teamed up with Common House,
Which is who we were just talking about at Birdie's.
to present a Richmond holiday market event in the downtown Richmond Art District. So join Quirk and Common House at both locations for talent, music, libations, and a holiday market. And that's on Sunday, December 8th, 10 to 4 p.m.
So at Quirk, we used to go. It was like a Santa brunch where you could meet Santa, and he would give you little shots on a tray.
I know, that was great. And I became friends with that Santa, and we still Snapchat one another.
What the hell?
I know.
Hopefully, we
His
keep
name
it
was
PG.
Akil. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Akil.
Akil. Santa, baby.
We saw Santa one time at that bakery.
Oh, dear God.
Shyndigz.
Yep,
Yes,
Shyndigz.
I was like, I know it starts with an S. I can't think of it.
Shyndigz.
Brain fart. Oh my God. Cut
That was funny. We didn't even mean to run into him, too. It was even more magical that way.
I know. But the Quirk and Common House one, we went to last year, Olivia and I, and my dad.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a lot of fun. I think, actually, I didn't get these earrings, but the earrings I wore last night that are lightning bolts, I bought.
I wanted to get them, and you
Really
bought the
cool.
last pair, and I was pissed.
Sorry, you snooze, you lose.
It's okay. I can always borrow. Stony Point has a ice rink, too, which is kind of cool. I feel like it's hard to find
If
good places to
you
skate.
want to break your
Yeah, and they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
And you can take your puppy to Stony Point, don't forget, and dress him up or her up. And are they still doing their shopping thing this year?
They are. I'm not sure what day that is. It might be the same day as the annual holiday tree lighting there.
Oh, okay.
I think that's November 23rd from 5 to 7. And there's going to be a DJ and hot chocolate, charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
More hot chocolate. Vegan hot chocolate if that's what you're into. I guess I am. Hot chocolate is hot chocolate.
Would it be made out of like soy milk or almond
Yes,
milk
I
or
love
something?
soy and almond milk.
Sure.
There's going to be a snow show. I don't know what that is. Face painting, balloon art, Dickens Christmas carolers, Santa photos. There's going to be a book drive to the Book Buggy by the Children's Museum of Richmond. And there's going to be a lot of more like charitable things you can do at the event.
Cool. We'll check it out. What are some ones that we've missed, Miss Elaine? Come on.
Speaking
I know
of charities,
there's a lot.
I
know
want
the
to
cool
give
ones.
a huge shout out to what RVA Community Fridges does. They do it like an incredible job with 14 plus fridges around the city. So at any time you can be donating food. Make sure you're labeling it and following their instructions. But RVA Community Fridges, since they opened Matchbox, their physical location, they do cooking classes where you can cook as a team, meet new people, and you're cooking to make hot meals for families and other folks in need. I think that's super cool. And they'll have a special, like, I guess, a few sessions in December around the holidays to cook holiday meals, which I think
super
Oh, that's
fun.
awesome. I
Wow.
know. I'd like to sign up for that. They're already filled. I think there might be a couple spots left, but for Thanksgiving, Underground Kitchen, Michael Sparks, they are delivering meals to people as well. I think
the
there was a
elderly.
couple driver spots left. If you go to the Underground Kitchen website or Instagram, you can find a link there. I know Michael kept reposting it, and we did too on Facebook as well. So I think there's a couple of spots left. So something similar.
And it's
going
like,
on.
it's helping the elderly community, like
Who can't get out of their house
and don't have family.
don't have family and stuff. So
help
that's
them have
another
a
good
happy Thanksgiving.
volunteer opportunity.
I wish I didn't have anything to do because
I know it's hard. Well, the only slots that were left when I looked were during work days, and I'm like, dang it.
Oh, it's not just on Thanksgiving?
No, they have them on. The last I checked, there was like a slot or two open on the 19th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
pretty
check it out, people.
Well, similarly, Nomadic Deli is also doing something super cool as well. And I love them and I miss them.
Oh.
And they're also doing, you can buy $7 meals, which will go towards just paying for a Thanksgiving meal for someone who wants to sign
that's
up.
awesome.
And so they're also, that link is live as well on their Instagram and website. So
And that's not expensive. That's like something
Incredible.
so easy that you can do.
yeah.
So we'll link all of these opportunities up. What are some other like favorite Richmond traditions y'all have that we can still check out that are going on?
The typical Busch Gardens.
Ooh, yeah, Busch
Christmas
Gardens.
town. It's so cute there.
I know. How much is that now this year?
Honestly, I didn't research the price, but it goes until January 5th. And just suck it up. Don't look when you pay.
And pick a mild evening.
Yeah.
So I've always enjoyed the tacky light tours, and there's some houses that are just insanely decorated. I don't know how they have the time to do that, to be honest. But just getting a limo or a bus.
Yeah,
and
like
just
James
going
River
with friends.
Limousine. They always have some good like prices. I know the Tuk Tuks. They will help you pick out whatever. You can just go to, I think it's Richmond Tuk Tuk. You can check out their prices. They'll work with you, and you can like pick out what you want to do, where you want to go.
I didn't know that. That's neat.
And then that's BYOB. And I believe the boats, the Richmond Boat Parade is coming up. That's down at Rockets Landing. You can watch all the boats go by, and you can go all the way down to. I know my cousin always.
I
The
wasn't
lily
there.
pad,
Yeah,
right?
The lily pad. Yeah. So, but get to the lily pad early. Like, right at 4 because it's nuts down there, but it's fun. Also, let's talk about trees. You can go get a Christmas tree all over town. There's always Lowe's, but I think you should support the local places like Cross Creek Nursery out in Rockville, which is also near Midnight Brewery. You could go get a tree and then have a beer.
True.
Why not? That's where we always get our tree, and it smells.
Yeah, they have some really nice trees there too.
I feel like I've helped decorate your tree like 3 years in a row at this point.
I
You
know.
have, and usually there's quite a bit of drinking involved.
There is.
Usually, I'm like, I give up.
I think Liz laid on the couch while you and I decorated.
Yeah,
I direct.
I
got to
don't.
direct.
Liz, did you even remember any of the decorating?
Maybe. I don't know.
I have a picture of Matt and I decorating.
It was
Liz
last
on the
year.
couch.
Or like, just don't wake her up.
Santa's sleeping.
What about, let's forget about Richmond. What are some of you guys like just favorite things during the holidays? Like food or stuff you like to do with your family, friends, anything? I know I love, so on Christmas Eve, my mom has just a big party and we play a game. My stepdad, he has like a cubby on his desk and he collects a bunch of crap all year, like random packs of like safety pins or some pens.
Or some magazines.
Yeah,
or,
magazines or like stationery, whatever. So we always play. It's fun. It's like Christmas trivia and you get quote unquote fabulous prizes, which you shake it and there are some good prizes mixed in, but
Well, the box is usually nicer than the prize.
I know. But then you might be like, oh, this feels really good. And you open it and it's like, oh, it's like an eraser and a piece of chalk. Okay.
A recipe book or something.
Yeah. Or like a calendar from like 1992.
1992.
So that's one of my favorite nights. How about you? Anything fun?
My mom and I guess my little brother too, were like obsessed with the movie Elf. Like at one point we were really obsessed with it. And my mom bought the soundtrack. So we listened to the soundtrack on repeat. And I think like hundreds and hundreds of times it will play. And we know all the songs and we'll just sing it constant. And it will be playing constantly. Even when we're watching things on TV, it'll just be in the background. And that's kind of a tradition, I guess, we've inherited.
I want to adopt that. That's amazing.
It's really funny.
How about you, Elaine?
I love to pull out Christmas cookie recipes, but like new ones every year. So it's kind of
Ooh, yeah.
chaotic. We're always like, that one was great. We'll never use it again. And so we're always trying new recipes. And now that like TikTok and real recipes are super popular, I feel like it's a little better because I can kind of visually see how it
Yeah.
looks and like, do I have the talent
Yeah,
for that?
that's true.
But trying a new recipe every Christmas or like 5 is so fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
I can smell cookies in my mind right now.
I also like buying cookies from Wegmans because they have like really pretty Christmas cookies, and then I'll pretend that I made them in a picture.
Put them in like another box. Like, oh, this is a homemade thing.
Oh, your cookies are amazing. They actually are really good. I usually don't like bakery cookies
Yeah.
at some places because it kind of can be dry and tasteless in my opinion. But the Wegmans Christmas cookies are amazing. So tasty.
Yum.
You know what's not dry? Whatever you had just described. It's freaking Fat Rabbit. Shout out. I love you so much. Every time
Ooh,
I Churchill,
Fat Rabbit.
I'm there. Not today because I got here too late. But that's
I think maybe Richmond has better bakeries though, but in like where I grew up, some of the bakery cookies, they just taste like nothing.
same.
Yeah, if you go to a food line, obviously
Yeah.
they're not going to taste great.
Damn, a diss on the food.
Wegmans is good though, guys. If you want to get cheap grocery store, I guess they're not cheap at Wegmans, but they're good.
How about you, babe?
So I like the Christmas craft cocktails at Miracle on Cary Street. They have one called the Snowball Old Fashioned, and so it looks like
Yeah.
there's a snowball in your drink, and it tastes just like Christmas.
How do they make it look like a snowball?
I don't know. We'll have to inquire
I
what
think
their
they
method.
have like a big giant ball mold.
But don't they always have that in an old fashioned? I feel like the big.
It's usually a square.
Yeah, it's
not a
usually
snowball.
So this looks like a snowball, like
cute.
the texture and the opacity, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably another one of my favorite Christmas traditions is standing in line to get onto Miracle on Cary, no matter how freaking cold it is.
Same.
Yep.
I'll see you there.
Oh my God. One year we decided, the last few years we've gone after Christmas because it's way less crowded. Pro tip, although don't all y'all fucking do that now. And I'm telling you. Some of y'all still go before. But one year we went, it was the day before Christmas Eve. This was like 3 years ago, and it was the coldest day.
It was so cold that they were handing out hand warmers
That
to
was
everybody in line.
Sweet of them to do.
And
That's
we
cool.
were there it was a group of 6, and then slowly it was like 4. And
Yeah.
then finally we got up near the front, and they were asking how many people were in. And I told my mom and stepdad, I was like, sorry, we're abandoning you if a two-top
we
comes
abandoned
open.
ship.
And they ended
my
up leaving too, and we got in like right after that. Desperate times, man.
Yeah,
Every
I
man
think,
for himself.
was it in like the teens? Was it that cold?
It was that cold, yes.
Yeah. And I feel like people would have easily just gotten frostbitten, because it was
It
so
took
cold.
like 2 drinks to feel my hands and toes again.
Merry Christmas.
But
But it was worth it.
Liz's stepdad, he won't go to Miracle on Cary just because
he's
of that
like,
reason.
It's too cold. I'm never going back.
PTSD.
Yeah, he has PTSD. But
That's kind of funny.
I really want to try the pop-up at Beaucoup, though. Have you
Noel.
been?
I think it opens December 2nd. And
I didn't know if they were doing previews yet.
they are.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't think they are actually.
Whoops,
but
sorry.
they opened the reservations up. Now they're almost all taken. So
Yeah, I
best of
know
luck.
they're almost all taken, but they do walk-ins.
Yes.
Do.
And I just thought about
I think is it Monday that it's walk-ins, or am I getting confused with somewhere else?
Birdie's has all day
Mondays.
Monday walk-ins.
Okay.
And I think they should also adopt that. But
I
that's my personal
agree.
opinion.
Yes, at Beaucoup. I really want to go there. I haven't been there at all,
Merci
actually.
beaucoup.
So,
I'm assuming it's French.
yeah, it's by our bros right
Oh,
over there.
that's that
Grisette.
place. Oh, yeah.
I avoid saying it because I only took Spanish, so I just feel like a ditz trying to
Oh,
say
je parle
anything.
français.
Je m'appelle Olivia.
I thought it was sexy, but I'm like, wait, no one else speaks this
I
around
don't know.
here.
I don't know any French.
I know quite a bit of French. I took French in high school. Not as much as you, though.
I know how to say ménage à trois.
Je voudrais un hot dog.
Of course you do, honey. Of course you do. I'm going into Spanish. I'm like, ¿Dónde está el biblioteca? No.
Perfect.
Or, où est la bibliothèque? That was French. See, that sounded almost like Spanish.
Je suis American.
All right. Anyway. Also, don't they do a light thing at Christmas at Lewis Skinner?
Yeah.
When does
Yeah,
that
they
start?
do. Yeah.
Isn't it Garden? Oh, that's Maymont.
No, that's Maymont.
It's Dominion Energy Garden Fest?
Yep, you're right. You're
Because I
right.
also always want to say Garden Glow. Then I'll switch the two.
Yeah.
I
They need
know.
to differentiate their title a little more, but that's a hot take.
They have like cute little beverages you can take around, and they space it out so you're not crowded in between people. At least when I went, they did that.
Are you in your car or are you walking around?
You're walking around, but there are some cool car ones in Powhatan near what's it called? What's the other amusement park around here?
King's Dominion?
King's Dominion. It's around King's Dominion. They do like a get in your car and drive around show. You link up your radio. It's really cool.
Oh, yeah. You did that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go. The Garden Fest lights 2024 to 2025 opens to the public on November 18th. So advance tickets are required, and they're available online. You cannot buy them at the window. Once again, you cannot buy them
good
at
to
the
know.
window. All ticket sales are final. Parking is limited. Crazy, it's Richmond. Now, traffic can back up, so make sure you plan ahead.
Wow, parking limited at Lewis Ginter? That's odd.
I know. I guess
Not
because
on the
it's
good parking
so well.
Yeah, that's erased.
Because it's so popular. But they have like several different areas. They have obviously the millions of lights, but there's also a whole like model train area, which is supposed to be cool.
really cute.
I've
I've
heard
seen
a
it.
lot of people posting about that. There's a fire in the children's garden. You can get like hot chocolate, s'mores. What else? There's a fairy village.
Oh, I think that's new.
And then there's a tunnel in the central garden. That's the perfect spot for a photo op. So you guys should check it out. Go to lewisginner.org to get more information.
And I know they have like discounts if you're a member.
Yes, that is correct.
So one thing I thought of is the Taculite Run.
Oh, yeah. That we've signed up for multiple times and then not gone. We're horrible. Well, it's because of inclement weather that's happened. But, okay, so there is a price hike on November 22nd, so y'all better sign up now. It's going to be December 14th at 6 p.m. Cost anywhere from $18 to $50. I guess it depends on your age.
Yeah, I would say
when you're signing up.
We're most likely we wouldn't get $18.
VIP.
No. It's a 6K course. It is a lot of fun. There's a ton of like tacky light places in the neighborhood that they run through. The only thing is, it seems like every time Matt and I sign up is the only time there's a random snowstorm or ice storm. So
I hope you sign up because I want.
we won't sign up to prevent that from happening.
I want it to happen.
No, I want one good snow, but
Same.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Snow
it's gonna happen.
may never happen ever again.
it's true.
The band of the week ties into events
Oh,
coming up.
yes. Tell me.
So my coworker Steven, shout out Steven from the web design group I'm a part of. He plays the trumpet for the RVA band Pops Band. They're called RVA Pops. They have their annual Christmas concert coming up on Tuesday, December 17th at 7:30 at the Altria. And they're a community-based organization that has been providing exciting and dynamic musical experiences to Richmond for over 45 years. They're a nonprofit. They're all volunteered. And the band has enjoyed unprecedented growth and popularity with an ever-increasing and diverse audience. So get tickets. They're free, but you need to get a ticket so you can get a seat. You can get
When is it?
It's on December 17th at 7:30 at the Altria. And you can get the tickets at richmondpops.com. It's going to be really fun. They usually not sell out, but they're full because it's pretty popular.
Nice.
And it's all like cool. They're really good. They're good like brass band.
Sweet. All right. Well, Big Daddy, you ready to drop it on us?
Yeah, guys, I am ready to drop it on you. And today's droppings will be about Richmond and its love affair with the tattoo. But first, I want to get into the history of the tattoo.
Ooh.
And so,
Educate us.
So the oldest known tattooed human dates to around 5,300 years ago. In 1991, his name is, they called him Ötzi. The Iceman was excavated near the Italian-Austrian border, whose body is adorned in ink. And so you might be asking, why the hell did he have these tattoos?
Yes.
And so the distribution of the tattoo dots and small crosses on his lower spine and right knee and ankle joints correspond to areas of strain-induced degeneration, with the suggestion that the tattoos may have been applied to alleviate joint pain and were therefore essentially therapeutic.
That's interesting.
And so in ancient Egypt, tattoos were primarily associated with women and held religious significance. Tattoos have been found on several female mummies. And you might be asking, why do these female mummies, why do they have tattoos? And it has long been assumed that tattoos were the mark of prostitutes or to protect women against sexually transmitted diseases. But,
Fail.
Yeah, and so a more accurate theory is that the tattoos had a therapeutic role that functioned as a permanent form of an amulet safeguarding a woman during pregnancy and birth. And so ancient Siberian nomads, indigenous Polynesians, Nubians, South Americans, and Greeks all used tattoos, and for a variety of reasons, to protect from evil, declare love, signify status or religious beliefs, as adornments, and even forms of punishment. In some cultures, tattoos were a mark of nobility, and not to have them was testimony of low birth. Tattoos are made using needles made from bone, wood, stone, or metal. Pigments came from charcoal and soot for black, plants and minerals for color, and they also used animal-based dyes such as insects and fish. And the Greek philosopher Plato believed that people found guilty of sacrilege should be forcibly tattooed. Anyone believed to have committed an unforgivable offense were forced to get a tattoo as a mark of their bad character, and afterwards found themselves permanently exiled from society. So you wouldn't want to be seen getting a tattoo back then. Let's get into some more fun facts. Richmond, Virginia is the third most tattooed city in the U.S. behind Miami Beach and Las Vegas.
Wow.
The city of Richmond averages about 14.5 tattoo shops per 100,000 people.
That's crazy.
Tattoos in Richmond gained popularity in the 80s. In the U.S., more women than men have tattoos, which is true at this table.
Yep.
The longest tattoo session was 50 hours and 10 minutes. I couldn't imagine that. That sounds awful.
Wait, what?
50 hours and 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. And
And
so
at one sitting?
I don't know how you would do that.
Don't you just go back
would
for
die.
session?
But yeah, I didn't get into the specifics of that. But the two most tattooed objects are angels and hearts. U.S. sailors used to get tattoos as a means to prove their citizenship so they wouldn't be forced to join the Royal Navy. About 40% of U.S. adults between ages 26 to 40 have a tattoo. 69% of tattooed adults in the U.S. say they got inked to honor or remember someone or something, while 47% say they wanted to make a statement about the beliefs, and 32% said they got a tattoo to improve their personal appearance. Black tattoos are the easiest color to remove. When Social Security cards came out in 1936, some people actually got their numbers tattooed on their arms, which is one way of remembering your Social Security number. There's a brothel in Germany that offers a lifetime of free services if clients get a tattoo of their logo. Wow. Tribal tattoos are the most popular design requests. To mix color in certain cultures, urine was occasionally used. Yeah, that sounds really
What kind
gross.
of urine? Human?
I would say that's the tried and true
That's
if you're
the
going to do
ticket.
it. According to a recent study in South Africa, people with tattoos are more likely to be considered extroverted than their non-tattooed counterparts. Psychology Today reports that a recent study has concluded that people with tattoos are more likely to be, quote, experience seekers. For those looking to go the extra step in memorializing their loved ones that have passed away, tattoos can be made from the cremains. So
I'm going to do that with Boudreaux. I want him inside of me forever.
And so
That's what she said.
Liz is the only person who has has tattoos at this table.
I have 5 tattoos.
So yeah, I think it's like once you get one, it becomes
Once
an addiction.
you pop, you don't stop.
Yeah.
Once you tat, you're always down with that.
And so that concludes Strapping on This Big Daddy. I hope you have learned valuable knowledge.
I have.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
I'm not going to use urine in my next tattoo.
No, that sounds
If
very...
I ever get a tattoo, I will use urine.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine, you have to use
Yeah, I'll
mine.
use Liz's urine. I want her inside me forever.
Yikes.
And then we have our business of the week. Throwing it back to Christmas. It is the shops at 5807. They have recently expanded. They're not only at Patterson Avenue, but they're also off of Huguenot at the Stony Point shops over where Trader Joe's is. But I always go to the OG one, typically. The shops are home to about 25 different vendors. They all sell unique stuff. I always go in there and anything, especially Christmas time, but anyone's birthday, you can go in there and find such cute stuff. Like I'll always get like some cute little hostessy napkins. Jewelry's cute. Yep, their jewelry's cute. They have cute like scarves, purses, even like glasses that you can customize at times.
Cocktail napkins.
Yep. It was conceived in 2006 by sisters Ann Brassfield and Lee Johnson. They wait, hold on.
Are they nuns?
Recently,
Nuns are just actual sisters?
no, they're just sisters. They're not nuns.
I wasn't sure.
So they, by early 2019, one of the sisters were ready to retire. And at that time, the other sister said, "Oh, I'm ready for some new blood." So Kate took over as the main person and is the official owner right now. Kate Thomas is a native Richmonder, mother of two, and a natural fashion fixer. She'll fix you right up, which they do have like other kinds of clothes and stuff there. Cute stuff. So the shops were the perfect storm for her, merging her love of fashion and entrepreneurial spirit, as well as the gift of gab. Which it's true. Anytime you go in there, they will chat with you and have fun. Sometimes they have like cookies and stuff they'll hand out to you when you're checking out. So you guys should go by there. All right. Well, that about wraps it up. Shout outs, people.
I'm going to shout out Fetch a Cure. I'm going to shout out Shyndigz. What else we talk about? Richmond Pops Band. Let's shout out Busch Gardens and their Christmas town.
Taculite Run.
The Stony Point Fashion Mall.
I want to shout out the Emerald Lounge, the Jasper, Beaucoup, Birdies, and also we didn't talk about it, but Black Lodge has a pop-up.
There's Session. They're great. They kind of go under the radar. So great.
Yes.
Love them. And Bar West is now doing
Ooh,
one.
yes.
It's
Bar
really
West.
once a year.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm so excited for what they have coming.
I know. So you guys keep your eyes peeled on social media for more information on that. Obviously want to shout out the shops at 5807. Want to shout out RVA Pops. Miscellaneous.
I know. Thank you. It was so fun to see you again.
Anyone you want to shout out? Especially, Let's Hang RVA.
Let's Hang RVA. And then our new neighbor dinner party, which opened up today in Carytown. It's 3402 West Cary Street. I am so excited for their arrival.
Ooh,
They're
yeah.
a great place. I love hosting, so I will be there every day.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
And it's so nice to see you.
Agreed.
We always see you out and about every once in a while.
Yeah. We message each other a fair amount. So. I'm always like, I love everything you're doing. Big Dad, you
Yeah,
got
so
some more?
I have two shout outs, and the first one is to the RVA Rage Room.
Ooh, yes.
Which I recently did for my birthday. Liz was there as well. And so we smashed computer monitors and a bunch of glass bottles with a baseball bat.
Don't worry, we'll be posting video of me smashing the computer monitor because I went booked.
It was so satisfying to watch.
Oh, yeah. And it is satisfying. I would easily do that again sometime.
I know.
Did it hurt at all?
No, I mean...
It felt good.
I don't think it hurt. I mean, if you got really into it, I'm sure it could.
We were sweating, but...
Because we did a 15-minute session, and you're like, 15 minutes, that's not a whole lot of time, but it's going like full speed on
It is when
some
you're
electronic stuff.
Murdering an object.
And they have Bluetooth, so like Matt did a whole Rage playlist that we listened to
Whoa,
while we were doing
that's
it.
a really cool aspect.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
And so I've got another shout out. This is to a new place that's opening up in 2025. It's called Chez and that is French for at our place.
Chez Nous.
Chez Nous.
I was like, what?
Chez Nous.
Yeah, so it's going to be a new wine bar and shop located at 4 West Cary Street. And like I said, it'll open early 2025, and they will serve wine in small plates as well as bottled wine to go. And the wine will be mostly French wine, and the owner wants to create an atmosphere like a shop in France that is quaint and cozy.
My mom will love that. I have a final shout out too.
Yes.
I've been going to Post Pub a lot, and honestly, we didn't think the food would be as good as it is, but it's actually incredible. And especially their soups of the day. Like they had like a potato cheddar soup the other day with bacon.
Yeah.
It was delicious, absolutely delicious.
And didn't they just celebrate, was it
I think
50 or 100 years? Something.
I
So-
forgot, but they did. Yeah.
Do they still have bands that play there?
We haven't seen him, but I think so.
I was in a band, and we played there, once every other month.
Yeah, it's a great little spot. Also, shout out to Dan. He's our favorite bartender. Came one time and we were a little bit under the influence, and he gave us free fries.
Oh, free
Thought it was really
fries
sweet.
for the win.
Parking is limited.
No, it's extremely limited.
Shocker.
And the thing I don't like is when you back out, you're backing
Yeah, to the
onto
main
Main Street, so a car could just be coming along the
That's
bend.
why you just got to roll down the hill from Libby Hill get there and then roll back up the hill.
It's a great little spot.
But all right, guys, that about wraps it up. Thank you so much, Elaine,
Thank
for coming
you.
by. It was so fun. Next episode, we have my old coworker, Amanda Nelson. She is kind of like me, a Renaissance woman. She was in the literary scene for a while. She's now a political writer and analyst. She's been keeping me kind of alive
And
the
she's
last few weeks.
a bodybuilder.
And then a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
That's what we are not going to get bogged down in politics, guys. Don't worry. But she is a female bodybuilder, and damn, I need some tips from her because she's looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her some questions.
Me
Yeah.
as well.
So-
You guys, happy holidays. Happy start to the
Yes.
holidays.
May you all have some sweaty balls this season.
And jingle my balls as well.
Ho, ho, ho.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, and everyone watch Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas and cry and make your husband hate you like I do every year.
Yeah, because one time she forced me to watch it, and I got belligerently drunk because I'm like, I don't want to watch this stupid movie.
And then you loved it. The end. All right, guys.
Follow us at-
follow us.
Please follow us, comment on the episode.
We're at 900 and some followers. Our goal is 1,000. Please help us.
If
And you can do that by going to Olala RVA.
And if
Yes.
you want to be a guest,
DM us.
DM us.
Fill out the form on our website, etc. We're booking next year now. We're all done for this year. I love y'all. All right. Thanks again, Elaine. We love you.
Love you.
All right.
Everyone follow her. Where can we follow you?
Miss Elanius. It is a pun, so you're gonna have to do your best on that one. But on Instagram only.
Yes. Follow her. Be there.
all right.
Be square.
It's been good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Peace out.